You should never ID in Pokemon TCG tournament if you are not sure. Hello all trainers and welcome to our new tournament report. This time we are going to take a look at our Infinite Prince TCG League Cup, which is the first cup we can actually host in our new Pokemon League. And if you don't know what Pokemon TCG League Cup is, check this video. In a Pokemon TCG League Cup, all games are played in the standard format, using the most current TCG rulings and legal card sets. The tournament consists of two phases, Swiss rounds followed by a single elimination top cut. During the Swiss rounds, players compete in best of one matches. Pairings are based on each player's current record, meaning players with the similar results are matched against each other. So if you won your previous round, there's a good chance you'll face another player who also won. Players earn 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw and 0 points for a loss. Once the Swiss rounds are complete, the tournament moves into the single elimination phase. The players with the highest point totals advance to the top cut. In this League Cup, the top 4 players advance to the best of 3 matches. The winners move on to the finals, while the losers are eliminated. The winner of the final match earns the title of League Cup champion. Now, as you heard from the video, there is a lot in stake. This time we have 4 Swiss rounds and we have top cut after that, and we will grant 3 champions today, 1 for junior, 1 for senior and 1 for master. And this time this video will be a little bit different than other videos. This time we are actually going to skip the tabletop activity and just take a look at the score, see how the tournament goes, talk a little about the subject of the tournament, which is why you shouldn't ID if you're not sure, and then we will take a look at the deck lists that will be visible in the end of the tournament. So before we get any further, here you can see the amazing playmat that the 3 champions will be given. It has a lot of Mega Evolution Pokemon, it has nice artwork, and it even has the champions writing on the playmat itself. So now that we have seen what the players are actually going to play against, let's go check out how the meta spread is going for this tournament. And as we can see from the picture, there is a lot of Dragapult, a lot of Zoroark, but additionally there is single Okidoki, Alakazam, Mega Dragonite, Arboliva, Team Rocket's Mewtwo and Hop. And from this picture I have to say that there is 1 junior player in this tournament, and that player is currently the Pokemontcg. We have 2 senior players, one of them being the Alakazam on the picture, and one of them is part of the Dragapult gang. So a lot of new matches, lot of new decks, and we will finally get to see how the perfect order actually affects the metagame. This is the first official tournament in our league that is actually in the new format. So let's go check out what happens in the round 1. As we can see from the picture, there is currently a little bit of metagame spread, as currently there is Okidoki versus Arboliva, there is Team Rocket's Mewtwo versus Zoroark, there is a lot of Zoroarks versus Mirrors and versus them each other. There is also the Dragapult versus Alakazam, and this matchup is directly the seniors matchup. They are playing against each other, and the Mega Dragonite is facing off against Dragapult, and currently, as you can see, the Pokemontcg is alone on the screen, and that's because we don't have enough players. So currently one of the players will get automatic victory in each round. So this time it was the Pokemontcg. So as you can see, you probably guess which deck will win. Is it Zoroark, is it going to be Dragapult, or is it going to be any of the rogue decks that we are currently seeing? I'm actually hoping that the Mega Dragonite can take it home, but we can never be sure if that happens. But we still have other rogue decks. We have the Okidoki, first time after perfect order. We have Arboliva, we have Alakazam, and we have Team Rocket's Mewtwo. So let's go check out how the rest of this match ended for the round 1. And as we can see, there is a lot of victories for Zoroark. There is Okidoki taking victory over Arboliva. Alakazam managed to defeat Dragapult, and Pokemontcg got the bye. And actually at this point we already have one of the winners, and let me explain. As you could see, the Hobbs Giant currently got 1 victory, and since that player is the only player in Junior Series, that automatically means that we already have a Junior Champion, because there is no other Junior Champions, or Junior players rather, to contest. So we already have 1 winner after round 1, so that's actually pretty exciting. So now the question is, who will win the Senior race? Will it be the Dragapult or will it be the Alakazam? And then we have the Masters fighting each other. But even if we have the Seniors player playing each other, they will now face the Masters in this same tournament. So they will now get the chance to eliminate some of the players if they do well in this tournament. So let's go check out how the round 2 is going. And as we can see here, there is again lot of Dragapult versus Zoroark mirrors. Okidoki is facing off against Zoroark. Then there is Hop versus Alakazam because both of them got victory. There is Zoroark versus Arboliva, Dragapult versus Mega Dragonite, and currently the Team Rocket is in the bye. So now the matchups have a little bit spread. Currently Mega Dragonite is 1-0, so let's hope Mega Dragonite can actually take this home and claim that victory. And let's go check out how this round ended. As we can see now, it seems the Dragapults got the upper hand in the match. Plus 3 Dragapults managed to get victory. 1 Zoroark got victory, Arboliva did manage to win, Alakazam did manage to win, and Team Rocket's Mewtwo also managed to win. And this currently means that we have one of the Alakazams currently 2 victories, and we have the Team Rocket in 1-1 situation, and we have Arboliva 1-1 situation, but still we have currently one of the Dragapults 2-0, so that is currently leading the tournament. There is Dragapult Blaziken that is currently undefeated, but still this tournament is currently halfway, anything can happen. And before I say anything else, let's go check out the round 3, because after round 3 everything changes in the tournament and we get actually to the main subject of this video. Now round 3 offers us once again a lot of Zoroark versus Dragapult matchup, but it does have again Okidoki versus Zoroark, Zoroark versus Hop, and there is also another Dragapult versus Alakazam matchup, Arboliva versus Dragapult, and currently the Mega Dragonite is taking the win. So yes, we actually have the Mega Dragonite getting 1 win, so let's hope it actually does well, because there is 1 round after this, which sadly means that the Mega Dragonite won't make it to the top cut, but we have still many more chances for other players to do well. So let's go check out how the results ended for round 3. And as we can see now, the Team Rockets Mewtwo has claimed victory, Dragapult has claimed victory, also Okidoki has done well. One of the Zoroarks has managed to beat Hobbs Giant, and the rest of the Dragapults have won. So this means we are getting actually very excited to see what happens in the next round. At this point I have to stop a little while and talk to you how the scores are actually going, to make it simple for you guys to understand. There is one player currently 3 wins, and that is Dragapult Blaziken, that is undefeated. We have another Dragapult, this time with Dusnarbold, doing 2 wins and 0 losses and 1 tie, so he is currently the second in the leaderboard. Then we have Okidoki, Zoroark, 2 Dragapults and 1 Alakazam 2-0 situation, and currently one of those 2-0 Dragapults is the senior player and the Alakazam is the senior player. So basically the next round determines which of these seniors will take the champions title. Will it be the Alakazam or will it be the Dragapult? So we shall now get to see that, but as you heard, we have so many people with 2-1 situation that every play counts, and the next round will decide who actually advances to the top cut. So let's go check out how the rounds actually gone. Now as you can see from the round 4, the first table where you see 2 Dragapults is actually the 2 winners. So there is left side, there is the Dragapult with Blaziken, and on the right side there is the Dragapult with Dusknoir that has 2 wins and 1 tie. So that is the best table right now. The second best is on the down below with Zoroark versus Dragapult. Those players are with 2-1 situation, so the winner automatically advances. Then we have other games like Zoroark versus Arboliva, Zoroark Mirror, Pokemontcg versus Mega Dragonite, and from on the right side there are actually two very important tables right now. So let's go check out those tables as you can see them on the screen now. There is actually a Dragapult versus Team Rocket's Mewtwo, and there is Okidoki versus Alakazam. Now the reason these two tables are important, that each table currently has senior player playing against the master player, and this literally determines if that master player can advance to the top cut and if that senior will win the tournament. So let's take it a bit more slowly. So if this Dragapult can actually defeat Mewtwo, it means that they will win this tournament if that Alakazam cannot defeat Okidoki. Now on the other way around, if Okidoki and Team Rocket's Mewtwo manage to defeat these opponents, these mighty seniors, it means that they will advance to the top cut. Now, at the start of the video I said you should never ID if you are sure, if you are not sure. So now you have to think a little bit about which of these tables do you think will ID now, because now it will happen. Let's go check out what actually happened in this round 4. Now as you can see on this screen, in round 4, the first table was draw. The second table, Zoroark managed to win, and the rest of the tables, Team Rocket's Mewtwo managed to win, and Okidoki managed to win. So this means we currently have the top cut. Now you probably wonder what I meant with you shouldn't ID if you're not sure. So let me explain. In this first table, as you can see here, the players were already determined that if they ID, both players have enough points to advance to the top 4. They were technically right, but they forgot one critical thing in this tournament, and that was that both master players that were 2-0 were facing off against Junior. They were counting that only one player is against Junior player, and that player would advance to the top cut, so there would be one more player left that could go with 2-0-2 points. But now, because both of the masters won, there is 3 players with 3-1 score, which is better currently than 2-0-2. So sadly one of the Dragapults did get eliminated, but with this we have the top 4 tables right now. The top 4 players are actually live. There is on the first table there is Okidoki versus Dragapult Blaziken, and on the second table there is Team Rocket versus Zoroark. So there are 2 tables presenting the victory. Right now these players will now play best of 3 matches to see which one determines. Now at this point you probably are going to say that obviously it will be Zoroark, obviously it will be Dragapult, because these 2 decks are the most played decks. And yes, they are very strong, but so are the contestants fighting them, which are considered rogue. So let's go check out if the rogue decks won, or if it was actually the metagame decks. Let's go! As we can see, it was still Dragapult Blaziken taking victory and still continuing their win streak against this Okidoki. And then there is actually Team Rocket's Mewtwo winning against Zoroark. So 2 decks that were actually going to go into the final this time are Blaziken Dragapult versus Team Rocket's Mewtwo. So one of these players will become the Masters champion, and currently you can actually guess which deck would it be. Will it be Dragapult or will it be Team Rocket's Mewtwo? Here you will see what happened. As you can see, it was Team Rocket's Mewtwo that actually claimed the victory, and it was actually very intense. It took 3 matches to play out, and still Team Rocket's Mewtwo managed to take home the victory. Now that the tournament is over, we are actually going to take a look at little bit from the deck list, and I will not tell you which senior won first, because we are going to take a look at the victory of junior set, which is Pokemontcg, and you will now see on the screen the Pokemontcg deck list. And as you can see, it is the new Trevenant build, which deals a lot of damage if your Hops Pokemon was destroyed. It plays the telepathic energy engine, which is also a very strong, and it has a lot of supporter guns to do a little bit of boosting your damage, doing bosses orders, lilies and all that stuff. So it was this time Pokemontcg that managed to take the junior set. Now which deck did win out in the senior, because we currently have Alakazam and Dragapult, both 2 wins and 2 losses. So which one won? This was actually decided through the percentages of their opponent's win rate, and it would appear that the winner of our senior match is not Dragapult, it is actually an Alakazam. Very strong setup and very strong performance for the single prize deck of this tournament. It did really well. It has strong draw engine with Alakazam, with Kadabra, and it has Genesect to block those annoying E-spec cards and such, so very well played. So now we have 2 champions. Before we actually show the Master Champion, let's go check out what the deck lists were for our finalists and semi-finalists for this tournament. So let's start from the 4th seed. It was taken by the Zoroark. Now you will see this is a little bit of a pure deck list. It has only Zoroark, it has Zekrom, it has Mungidori to move the damage off from Zoroark, and it has Mungidori and Yveltal to give you a little bit of retreat lock opportunity combined with Pecharunt. So this is again very generic Zoroark list, but still very strong deck in general. And the third deck that is actually seen first time play in perfect order is actually the Okidogi deck. Now the Okidogi has that new Barbacle card that allows it to charge some fighting energies to your fighting Pokemon. It has Ursaluna, which is very strong damage. It has Okidogi, and it has the legacy energy to prevent you from taking extra prizes from your Pokemon this card is attached to, but sadly Dragapult did manage to play around it. Now the finalist is the Dragapult Blaziken. Now this was actually a very spicy list combined with 2 Mungidoris. It had Boss, it had Heroescape that allowed it to survive those annoying Lilai Clefairies, and it has actually 1 Judge there and 1 Petrol to give you a little more of boost and disruption abilities. So very well done for the Dragapult. And now the winner of this tournament, it is the Team Rocket's Mewtwo. Now this is actually a very strong Team Rocket engine. It does have also Explorer's Guidance, which allows it to discard those Crush energies and get the game going with speed ups. It also has a lot of Lilies, Clefairy and Team Rocket's Mimikyu just to give a little bit of counter against the Dragapult. So very well done. So we have 3 victories and you will now see them on screen, and all these amazing players did receive the Champions Playmat. So congrats for them, and this is actually our first cup now wrapped up. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do keep a subscription, and if you'd rather see videos with tabletop content instead of this like tournament report form, do say in the comments and we can actually make it happen. So thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.